solve the following equations. The first one is x minus 2 equals 7. So our aim should be to leave this variable on left hand side and transpose all other constants towards right hand side, so that we would be left with only one variable that would be alone on left hand side, and whatever it will equate would be our solution of our equation. So here we go. We have x minus 2 equals 7. Now we would transpose 2 towards right hand side, and here it is negative, so we will add plus 2 here. Sign will change. Therefore x equals 7 plus 2, and the reason is transposing negative 2 to RHS. This is our reason. That means x is now equal to 7 plus 2 is 9. So this is your required solution. Therefore required solution. So now if you want to check it, you can plug this value of x equals 9. So it would give you 9 minus 2, which is equal to 7. Therefore we have checked our answer and it is correct. That was your first. Second, first of all we will write the same. Y plus 3 equals to 10. Now our aim is to just leave this variable on left hand side. This is your left hand side and this is your right hand side, and transpose or move it to RHS, that is right hand side. Doing so, we'll have to subtract minus 3 because here we have 3 with positive sign. Y equals 10 minus 3, and the reason is again the same. Transposing positive 3 to right hand side. This is our reason. So when you solve it, y equals 7, and again when you check it, 7 plus 3 gives you 10. So that is your second. Third part, 6 equals to z plus 2. It is not always important to have your variables on right hand side. You can have them on either side. The only aim is to separate them. So we have, first of all, we will write the same. Whatever is given to us, c equals to z plus 2. We would leave this z on right hand side and would transpose this positive 2 towards left hand side. So it would be something like this. 6 as it is, positive of 2 becomes negative of 2 because we are transposing, and z as it is on right hand side. The reason could be given as transposing positive of 2 to left hand side. So never cram the things. The aim is to separate them. So now 6 minus 2 is 4, that is equal to z, and this is very similar to writing z equals to 4, and that is your required REQUIRED solution, SOLUTION. Now if you want to check it, plug 4 at the place of this variable z. So 4 plus 2 would give you 6. Therefore this is your required solution. Fourth part, first of all we will write the question as it is. 3 over 7 plus x equals to 17 over 7. Now we observe this equation. Why is it an equation? Because it has equality sign. So whatever the value we have on left hand side should equate to right hand side. So we have variable this time on left hand side, so we will separate it, and whatever the constants we have, here we have 3 over 7 of positive, obviously we would transpose it towards right hand side and it will become negative. So we are doing the same. Positive x as it is, that equals to right hand side we have 17 over 7, and now we are transposing it. It was positive, it will become minus 3 over 7, and the reason could be written as, so you are required to write these reasons because you are in learning phase right now. Transposing, what we are transposing? Positive of 3 over 7. So if you write positive of 3 over 7, it would be more precise. We are transposing positive of 3 over 7 to which side? Right hand side. RHS, right hand side, because your right hand directs towards this side of the equation as you are facing towards the screen, and your left hand poses towards this side of the equation. Now we further solve it. We have separated x. Here denominators are same, so we do not have to take LCM. Write denominator as it is and subtract it. 17 minus 3 would give you 14. So 14, we have cancelling opportunity. 1 7s are 7, 2 7s are 14. So the required solution is 2. That is your required solution. Again, if you want to check it, it's a good practice to check. So 3 over 7 plus 2. You could do in rough space. So it would be 3 over 7 plus, we got 2. It would be 2 over 1. Nothing means in denominator we have 1. So when you solve it further, you get LCM as 7. 7 1s are 7, 1 3s are 3. Plus 1 7s are 7, 7 2s are 14. So when you further solve it, 14 plus 3 is 17 upon 7, and it matches your right hand side. So your solution is correct. That's fourth. Fifth part, 6 into x, nothing means multiplication equals 12. So we will write the equation again. 6 we will write in elaborative form. 6 multiplied with x, it is multiplication, that is equal to 12. So when we observe this equation, here x is the variable and it is getting multiplied with 6. We have to get rid of this 6. So we could do the same by transposing it towards right hand side. And here it was getting multiplied, here it would get divided up. So the step goes like this. X we are left with on left hand side, that equates to 12, and we are dividing now. Division with 6, because here it was getting multiplied, and the reason is transposing 6 to right hand side. This is the reason. And again, for your convenience, we write it 12 over 6, cancelling opportunity. 1 6 is 6, 2 6 is 12. The required solution is x equals 2. Again, we would check it. Plug the value of x equals 2 on this equation. 6 multiplied with 2 would give you 12. Hence, your required solution is correct. Moving on to 6th, we have t, which is getting divided with 5 equals 10. So we would write again t divided with 5 equals 10. We have to get rid of this denominator 5. Here it is getting divided up. When we will transpose it towards right hand side, it will get multiplied. So the simple fact is this: plus would become minus when we would transpose it to either side of the equation, and it is vice versa. That is, minus would transpose to plus, and division would transpose to multiplication, and it is again vice versa. Multiplication would transpose to division. So these make pair, that is division and multiplication, and plus and minus make pair. So this is the whole concept behind solving the equations. Take it linear, quadratic, or any form of equation. Whenever we transpose, we follow these two basic rules. So bear them in mind. So moving further, we are left with t, and we have 10 as it is on right hand side, and we are going to multiply it because it is getting divided. Multiply it with 5. When you solve it, t equates to 10 into 5 is 50. Again, you have to write the reason here. Don't forget, as I forgot, transposing transposing, transposing 5 to RHS, right hand side, obviously separated with dots. So now we would check it, 50 over 5. So we are checking 50 over 5. 5 ones are 5, again 0 as it is. So we get 10, which is equal to our RHS. Therefore, it is also correct. Seventh part, we have two operations going on. 2 is getting multiplied with x. X is the variable here. And 3 is getting divided up. So what are the coefficient of x? It would be 2 over 3. Anyways, let's solve the equation. 2x over 3. In first step, we just write it as it is. Since you are in learning phase, we would do in steps. Although we could do directly, which you will learn with practice. But here we are doing in steps. So first of all, we would take those things towards right hand side which are convenient. So here 3 is convenient. So we would leave 2x as it is on our left hand side and 18 as it is. Here it was getting divided up, and we told in previous example, division becomes multiplication. So 3 would be multiplied here on RHS. And the reason is we are transposing posing posing. We are transposing 3 to right hand side RHS. That is the reason. So we are left with 2x equals to, obviously 18 3s are 54. So now we are left with 2 here. It is getting multiplied. It simply means 2 multiplies with x equals 54. This is short form of writing multiplication sign. So x equates to 54 divided by 2. Why? Because you now understand it very well. It was getting multiplied on LHS, that is left hand side. It will get divided up on right hand side. And the reason you have to write transposing, we're just writing in short, you have to write it complete. Transposing 2, this is another 2, English word, right hand side RHS. Cancelling opportunity, 2 1s are 2. Here we have 2 2s are 4, 1 remainder, that becomes 14, 2 7s are 14. So we have x equals to 27 as our solution. Now we would check it. You can check downwards or in the rough space. And if your teacher asks to check in the current sheet, you have to do it downwards. So we will plug the value of x. 2 multiplies with 27. This is our solution that we solved. Divided with 3. Now we would solve it. 3 9s are 27, 9 2s are 18, and it is correct. So that is our required solution. Question 8. 1.6 equals y over 1.5. This time we are encountering decimals. So nothing to worry about. Just follow the simple steps. First of all, we would write the equation as it is. Why it is an equation? Because it has equality sign. So we have written the same. Now let's shift 1.5. Here it is getting divided up. When we would shift it towards left hand side, it would multiply. So we are doing the same. 1.6 is getting multiplied with 1.5, and that separates our variable y on left hand side. And obviously the reason would be transposing, transposing, posing. Just remember the spelling. What we are transposing, 1.5, which was dividing on right hand side to left hand side, so LHS. So use your mind and watch carefully to which direction we are transposing. So it's just a matter to solve it. How would we solve it? Well, do it in your rough. If we are doing, let's consider it's our rough space. Initially, just forget the decimals, right? 6, that is 16. We are going to multiply it with 15. Now let's use a distributive property this time. We have 16. So 15 can be break down as 10 plus 5. When you multiply it, 16 into 10 gives you 160. We have positive sign plus 16 5s, we have 80. Just remember the tables. Or if you forget, in that case, 6 5s are 30, 0, 3, 5 plus 3 is 8. Solve it. So 160 plus 40 would give you 200, and remaining 40 would give you 240. That is equal to 240. So write 240 and count the decimal places. So we have 1, 2. Whatever is towards right hand side, the decimal you have to count them. So in this case, we have 1. In this case, we have 2. That is 2 digits. So just place the decimals from your right hand side of the number towards left hand side. So that is the value of y, or the solution of this equation. Again, if you want to check it, now we are checking it. At place of y, we can write 2.40. In simplified form, it would be written as 240 over 100. You know very well why, because 240 as it is, at the place of decimal 100, it is getting divided with. So the bigger division we have 1.5, or it could be written as 15 over 10, because 15 as it is, and at the place of decimal we have 1 followed with 0. Simplify it. 240 over 100. As we told earlier, this 10 will move to numerator and this will remain in denominator. So this is getting multiplied. In denominator we have 15 and in numerator we have 10. This we have learned very well in our previous standard. So 0 0 got cancelled out. Again 0 got cancelled out. Solve it. It is divisible with 3. 3 5s are 15. 3 8s are 24. Now divide it further. 5 1s are 5. 5 1s are 5. Decimal. We have 3 remainder and we put 0. Now to calculate it. So 5 6 are 30. And indeed we are getting our answer as 1.6, which is correct. So in this way you solve your equation. That is 8th. 9th part, 7x minus 9 equals 16. So 7 is getting multiplied with x. We will write the same. Minus 9 equals 16. Now we will transpose 9 towards right hand side. So 7x, we are writing it back. That is equal to 16 plus 9. And the reason is transposing minus 9 to right hand side. That is the reason. Solve it. 7x equals 25. Now we have to get rid of the 7. It is getting multiplied. It will get divided up on RHS. So x would give you 25 over 7, because transposing 7 to RHS, that is right hand side. So this is our required solution. No need to solve it further because it is a rational number. and let's check it. So we had 7 which was getting multiplied with 25 over 7 because it is our solution. Whatever the value would come, we are going to subtract it with 9. So 7 got cancelled here. 25 minus 9 is 16. So indeed 25 over 7 is our solution, and that solves our 9th. 10th, 14y minus 8 equals 13. In the first step, we are going to write it as it is. 14y minus 8 equals to 13. Get rid of this. So 14y equals to 13 plus 8. The reason being transposing negative 8 to which side? This time right hand side. That is our reason. So 14y equates to 21. 13 plus 8 is 21. Get rid of this 14. Y equals 21 over 14. So we are transposing 14 to right hand side. Since it was getting multiplied, it will get divided up. 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21, and the required solution is y equals 3 over 2. Now we would like to check it. So we have 14 is getting multiplied with our solution 13 over 2. We are checking it. Whatever the value would come, that will get subtracted with 8. So 2 7s are 14, 7 3s are 21, minus 8 gives you 13. Indeed, this equates to 13 on right hand side. Therefore, our solution is correct, and that completes our 10th part. 11th, we have 17 plus 6 is getting multiplied with p equals to 9. First of all, transpose 17 towards RHS because it is individual identity over here. So we have 6p on left hand side, that is equal to 9 as it is, plus 17 would become minus 17, and again the reason part, transposing plus 17 to RHS, right hand side. 6p equals to different signs, greater is having negative, and we'll put the sign of negative and we will subtract it. 17 minus 9 is 8. So now 6 is getting multiplied with p. We will shift it. It will divide it up on right hand side. Minus 8 as it is divided with 6. And the reason is transposing 6 to RHS, right hand side. The required solution is minus 8 over 6. And further, we can simplify it. Always try to simplify. 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. So the required solution is, in the simplest form, it should always be minus 4 over 3. Simplest form means which cannot be further reducible or simplified. So we have p equals minus 4 over 3 as your required solution. Now let's check it again. 17 is getting added up. We'll put bracket so that you don't get puzzled. 6 multiplied with, what is the value of p? Minus 4 over 3. So we would write minus 4 over 3. We would solve it. 3 2s are 6. It would give us minus 8. So 17 plus of minus 8. When you solve it, it will be 17 minus 8. That gives you 9, because plus minus is minus. So that is indeed your 9, and that equates to your right hand side. Therefore 11th is correct. Last part. So what is happening here? The variable is on left hand side. We have to eliminate this 1 and 3. How we will do so? First of all, try to eliminate which is separated from our variable. So here we have 1. We will transpose it, x over 3. First of all, we would write the equation as given to us. In the next step, we will transpose positive 1. X over 3 equals 7 over 15 minus of 1. Understood, it is 1 in denominator. And the reason is transposing positive of 1 to right hand side, RHS. So x over 3, another way of doing it is this, without taking any LCM. We could write 1 over 1 as 15 over 15. It is just the other way of doing it. So x over 3 equals to 15. We are just taking LCM in broad way. So denominator are same. 7 minus 15 would give you minus 8. Solving it further, here we are going to tell you the another way. If you have an equation with an equality, you can cancel the denominator part, also the numerator part with numerator part. So we have 3 1s are 3, 3 5s are 15. It is very similar to transposing. Well, this one is left for you. Try to do it with transposing method. Here we just told you another way, or the fast way of doing it. So you are left with x equals to minus 8 over 5. That is your required solution. Again, we ought to check it. So in place of x, we would write minus 8 over 5. So minus 8 over 5. In denominator, we have 3. So it is getting multiplied by 3. We have told you how it comes, and whatever the value would come, we are going to add it with 1 to solve it. Minus 8 over 15 plus 1 can be written as 15 over 15, because when you cancel it, you get 1 back. What is minus 8 plus 15? Signs are different, we subtract it. So it is 7, and sign comes of greater number. Here we have plus, so plus 7 over 15, and that matches with our RHS. With that, last part of this exercise is completed, and that completes your exercise 1.2 of class 8th maths, chapter name linear equations in one variable.